So on Saturday, the Old School team hosted the Summer Summit, the biggest Old School RuneScape announcements of the year. And we're going to be covering the highlights in this video, so watch till the end because the first one is called Project ZANARIS. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. Now, this is a project that has been secretly in development for quite some time and has just officially been announced alongside a catalog of new and exciting updates. Project ZANARIS will allow for custom private servers made by players and officially hosted by Jagex. Last year, the Old School team conducted a survey in which one of the questions were regarding Jagex-run private servers, and the survey seems to have garnered a lot of positive reception. Because Project ZANARIS is not only in full swing in terms of development, but an entire new team has been hired to work on this project. And so all the Old School devs are still working on the main game. And it's kind of weird because a few days ago, Matt K posted a tweet going over 4 game-changing controversial ideas that he believes would fix the game. And he was able to call a lot of the things that were announced, including the official Old School RuneScape private servers. He predicted custom items and more specifically enchantments on already existing gear and weapons. But more about that later. So what is going to be possible on these community servers? Well, apparently just about anything. You guys can think of tons of ideas in the comments, I'm sure. In fact, I want to read them, so please think of something cool. But something that came to mind for me was pickpocketing players. Not NPCs, actual players. I think that would be so funny. Or the ever popular self-imposed restrictions, like One Chunk Man. Not only would you be able to do this with new community servers, but you'd be able to do it alongside other players with the exact same restrictions. You could see people that have progressed to the next chunk, but you're still stuck in the first one, all in the same world. What about a RuneScape Chronicles community server where, get this, all of the items are replaced with the Chronicle books? Okay, but no, seriously, what about escape rooms or fashion shows, PvP-based servers, and even new game modes or minigames being created? The possibilities are endless, and it will fundamentally change the way players are able to play Old School. And it'll be up to the server creator if they want the server to be private and very limited, or if they want the server to be open to the community and the public. The RuneScape Chronicles server, well, let's just say that's gonna be for the community, so it'll be public. Now, Matt K proposed that community servers could be constructed by paying bonds in order to pay the server fee. Interesting idea. But stepping back a moment here, the community seems very split regarding this announcement, and players are concerned about the amount of resources being put into the project. Developing a system to allow for custom worlds is not only very challenging, but it is also very time consuming as well. Just this last Tuesday, the Old School team released this cool drum and bass remix album. This comes pretty shortly after the Battle Axes and Ballads metal mixtape they released back in June. But how can you listen without the right equipment? And that is why I use Raycon earbuds, because in between my RuneScape farm runs, I sometimes like to go touch grass and listen to music while I do. And now you can too. These videos are not for everybody. We only upload 3 times a week with only the most important RuneScape stories, saving you time with only the best of the best. But that's why we know you wouldn't settle for less than high quality audio, wireless connectivity, and 30-day happiness guarantee from Raycon earbuds as you scape and listen to your favorite tracks. And now is the best time to check them out because they just launched their upgraded model of the best-selling everyday earbuds, which include active noise cancellation, and you can connect to 2 devices at once. Super cool. You can get these features and more at a pretty good discount while supporting the channel. Click the link in the description box or go to buyraycon.com/RuneScape to get 15% off your Raycon purchase plus free shipping. And many thanks to Raycon for supporting the channel. So with the Summer Summit came other big announcements too. But first, let's check in with Mod Aiza and Mod Kieran.
And commiserations to anyone who didn't manage to win tonight. But if you do want that Skibbity Riz, type !clothing in the chat to purchase whatever piece of clothing if you missed out. Now, like, don't come on me. This was all Twitter's fault.
Varlamore's second expansion, The Rising Darkness, is coming to Old School RuneScape. This expansion is more focused on the dark side of Varlamore. Part 1 had a more happy and bright theme to it, whereas the expansion will see more darker and gritty themed areas, as well as a slew of brand new quests coming into the game. We'll also be getting a new herblore activity on a new island called the Island of Aldurin. This is the herblore activity that we were pulled on and has already passed, and it'll give access to new seeds, which will be used to make the new prayer regenerating potion, similar to prayer enhances in Raids 1. Also a new potion of aggression, as well as a pre-pot device where players will be able to store up to 5 potions to pre-pot. And there will be a new group boss, which is a dragon that will be found in the new Hillstore Mountains. The boss will be catered to players who find themselves around meta level. However, high level players will also have fun figuring out the mechanics of the boss, as well as hunting the new pet that comes with it. And most importantly, there seem to be some suspicious new NPCs. The new areas look amazing, and it's going to be fun to explore them. Varlamore Part 2 is expected to release September 25th. Next up, we had an announcement about a new wilderness update, announced in the form of old school RuneScape's first ever world boss. Wrathmaw is a worm boss, similar to the worm boss that was found in the wilderness in RuneScape 3, and it would behave similarly to breach bosses from Deadman, where players will be able to attack it together, regardless of if it's in singles or multi-combat. Wrathmaw will only be able to spawn in the wilderness and only be able to spawn 3 times a day on 5 specific worlds. Unlike other bosses in the game, this would mean Wrathmaw is the first boss in old school RuneScape you are time gated in terms of killing. And with a big new world boss comes some big new rewards. Upon killing Wrathmaw, players will be assigned teeth as a reward. These are given out based on how much damage the player did to the boss, and they can be taken to the reward shop to redeem it for some cool rewards, like the Amulet of Wrath, which has glory stats, but has the added effects of 15% damage to Wrathmaw, and the ability to locate it. This amulet would require Revenant Ether to use. The next reward is a teleport tablet that would let you teleport at any level of wilderness. However, there would be a combat cooldown. You couldn't use it in combat, but there would be other rewards as well, such as amplified versions of the Armadillo Godsword, Dark Bow, and Volatile Staff, and even be able to create a combination of the Odium Ward, Malediction Ward, and Obsidian Shield. The boss would be expected to be released around November of this year, but first it has to pass the poll. A new leagues announcement was made during the summit, and with these new leagues comes a whole wide array of new twists. This will be the 5th iteration of the leagues, and it will be called the Raging Echoes. Just like other leagues in the past, run energy is infinite and areas will be unlockable. What's new is that now areas will feature new special enhanced bosses, also known as echo bosses, that drop items that are not normally achievable in the area that it is found. And what's interesting is all mega rares will now be droppable from all of the raids, and players will be able to lock their combat in order to achieve certain account builds. The only reward that has been revealed is the new Venator bow recolor, and no sneak peeks or leaks will be given until the release of the content. But the new leagues are expected to start at some point in November of 2024. There were also a bunch of other smaller updates that were announced during the summit. The HD client has major development progress, and Jagex is planning to make their own internalized plugin system separate from RuneLight's. And they're actually working with some of the most talented RuneLight developers on this project. Not only that, but Jagex is planning to make popular plugins such as Menu Entry Swapper available on the Steam client as well as on mobile. And we'll be receiving some updates from a recent game jam sooner than we thought, such as the new collection log user interface, which features tiered rewards and a high scores. There will also be a complete overhaul to the deposit box system, as well as lockable item slots, revamped item menus, and more player-owned house customization options. And you can expect these by February of 2025. Now, we talked about Varlamore Part 2, but they're actually planning a Varlamore Part 3 as well. This is expected to come out in late spring of 2025, and rest assured, RuneScape Chronicles will be covering all the highlights before they come out.
I just got to hit 50 venom! Did anyone just see that? I wasn't recording! I just got venomed and it insta-hit a 50 on me, bro! Why is she taking so long to die? Venom.
Oh! Whoa! Whoa! There he is! Hello, my friends! So cut. Oh my god, I got spooned them. Oh my god.
He ended up getting those boosts from a small spider and off task as well. A 1 in 4,000 drop rate. Gnomonkey is back at the Coliseum on his group hardcore Ironman.
That was so stupid.
These chances are getting scarier and scarier.
Oh my god. Yes! All of my RS career that I've gotten a Dust Devil D chain. It's been 20 years waiting for that sucker.
Now my guess is going to go for a spec dump here. Oh, I was late on the Venge. Damn. Maybe here though. No, yes, we got him!
We got him! Yes! Oh, that is so big!
We followed FarmerOSRS for over a year now.
Combat task completed.
He's just hit 90,000 Armadillo KC, 10,000 away from his goal. Rank 2 collection logger Domas is opening some elite clues.
Oh my god, it fucking happened. What the f? Oh my god, no. Oh, no way, what?
The Third Age bow, which is not only a collection log slot for him, but also worth around 2.3 bill. Rag Leader is fighting an opponent in some serious risk.
Oh, dude! Oh! Clip it!
870 mil, sheesh. Thanks for the submission, and let's check out some more from you guys. Josey Wales wanted to showcase their bad luck at Tormented Demons. They've gotten everything except for the Synapse in 1500 KC, triple the drop rate. Hope you get it soon. EagleWins 7 has a funny feeling like they're being followed, but after only 7 runs of the Draenor Agility course. Man, I didn't get a single one in 14 million XP. One of you guys bought one of our desk mats on the Ars Chronicles website and wanted to shout out his friend who got them into RuneScape. Shout out to John or Fog, and happy birthday. Enjoy your new desk mat. And it's official, we are sold out of the Wild Gothic Sleeps desk mat. I want to thank every single person who purchased one and for supporting this channel. And for those who didn't, we still have large desk mats in stock with wonderful designs of your favorite RuneScape bosses from Zulrah to Jad. Check them out at rschronicles.com. And you'll have plenty of time to do that because it seems we've run out of time this episode. But don't worry, we'll be back on Wednesday covering the newest game update and all the best RuneScape has to feature. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you then.